Well, for Mondays, I figured I'd start a new series. I'm going to start reviewing your guys' comments and everything for the week of the videos I've put out, just to try and fill in something more, something for everyone to pay attention to. And if you've missed stories of this week, this might be a great place for you to pick up those stories and carry on. Of course, with some of these stories, things have changed and things have been updated. So, the first one on everyone's mind, or on my mind, was the backlash over Lilo and Stitch. This was a story about how Sydney was not dark skinned enough to play Nanny, but this story has gone a completely different turn. They hired a voice actor, or not a voice actor, they hired an actor for David, then they fired him because they found out that he had racist tweets. They hired a new one, and it's continued going on that line that he's not dark as well. The original wasn't dark enough to play him, and all this other stuff. And they've hired a few other people for the movie, like Zach Galifianakis as I think it's Jumba going down the line. This movie is all sorts of what's wrong with the live action Disney. At one point, it looked like Bubbles was no longer written into the story, and then suddenly he's back. But now there is this new child services person that's going to be in the movie as a main person of the movie. It's a very strange scenario, but the for Lilo and Stitch, there's just too many things going on with this movie to sit there and go, well, is it going to be good? I think it's already dead on arrival before it's out of the gate. The second one was the HBO J.K. Rowling is coming out. It's J.K. Rowling, and the Harry Potter series is hitting HBO. They've signed on for a 10-year deal, so it'll be 11 years because they got to film the first year. And that was a very interesting story in itself. There wasn't too much that came back from that. There hasn't been all updates other than J.K. Rowling herself sitting there on Twitter trolling everyone, saying, you know what, I just went out and bought myself a case of champagne because all of you is so butt mad over me signing with the HBO. That's about the only update I've seen with that. Hollywood being scared over the Mario movie because they're going to open up the doors. It is now starting to beat out movies like E.T. and Jurassic Park. This is a movie that just keeps on going. Mario is now king. It is more recognizable than Mickey Mouse himself in and around pop culture. Mickey Mouse has been dethroned by Mario, and that's where it is going now. Was there much else to this? Not really, other than the movie's doing amazingly well. Hell, it even beat out the Dungeons and Dragons movie that Hasbro put out, and that movie is seen at this point as a failure. Then, of course, there's the Marvels. The Marvels trailer that hit the YouTube scene. This trailer got ratioed way down below. At the time of me doing that video, it was 603 below, and I believe there was just over 400k likes on the video. And a few of these things, a few of the people have commented on this, saying, "Oh, of course it's toxic masculinity and toxic men that have downvoted this trailer." No, the trailer was garbage. The trailer was bad. No one has to tell you. It's a very mixed bag with the trailer. And Marvel has been going way downhill for a very long time. If you're not paying attention to how Marvel movies are cookie-colored made now, how they're all trying to knock in these jokes, well, that's where it is. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And that's what people are doing. People are trying to tell you that these things are bad. Look at the Sonic movie. They released ugly Sonic with the Sonic movie. Everyone said, no, 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 please change this. They changed it, and it came back as an amazing movie. Then there is the One Piece scenario here. I got a few comments on this one. A lot of people saying that this part was debunked, but the article that actually said that they debunked this never proved any facts of the story. So it is led to believe that the live action right now test screenings were in fact a very horrible showing. People couldn't pay attention to it, couldn't stay with the story, couldn't understand what was going on. So this one, Although things haven't really been seen with it, it is one that is worth watching because there's a little bit behind the scenes where they show the bar being made. There is stuff going on with this show, and it will be interesting to see when it comes out how it either encapsulates and brings more people into One Piece, which hopefully that's what happens here. People get woken up to the anime and see more of the anime. Myself, I never really got into One Piece. I can't dedicate hours upon hours on a new anime series. It just doesn't work. And you know what? It tested bad. People said it tested bad. A lot of people sat there trying to ride the coattails of One Piece, saying, no, it didn't test bad. You're blind to it. That's all debunked. I never saw anything. I went searching after the comments came out. I went searching for the info. I never found anything concrete saying the person was debunked. So time will tell. Once this hits Netflix, then we'll know if it was really bad or not. Then, of course, I did my Canadian Day here on Friday, I believe it was, that I came out with 2 stories about Canadian stuff that happened. You had the guy that went balls deep into the Talus Dome balls here in Edmonton, Alberta, where I live. The guy fell from above, landed in down below, and actually was stuck in there. They actually had to come along and do a vasectomy to these balls to get them out of the dome. This video is underrated. If you guys haven't seen this video yet, go watch this video. It's very funny. It's very fun to see, and I hope everyone does enjoy the little quips that I did make throughout that. And some of the comments back were absolutely amazing. It's well worth going down and taking a look in the comment section on that one. Then, of course, the $1 million airport heist out of Toronto Pearson's Airport. This gold has just disappeared. The story hasn't had updates. Everything has just gone quiet. No one knows what's going on. The gold just disappeared. It's gone. No one knows. And no one seems to care. But besides the point, it was a fun story to cover. Oh, and of course, then there was the largest Pokemon theft. Now, this was a very interesting story when I read it, and when I saw it, it sounds like a few more updates where the guy probably printed off foil sheets of these cards and then just cut them up while he worked at the factory, and that's why the booster packs weren't going to be seen affected by Pokemon. It was just someone went and printed them off, pretty much printing off pennies at this point, because it was all confiscated. It was all taken back to the Pokemon company. So there's not much more to talk about that. And I know other people have done videos on this, namely Alpha Investments did cover this at one point. So it is worth the watch to check it out and see what's going on in that story. Now, I have to say, if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you very, very much. I do have a Patreon. I do have memberships active. If you want to help support the channel, your help is very muchly appreciated. Any little bit does change our lives right now. It helps put food on the table, helps pay the internet bill so I can continue to do this. And without your support, it's very tough at some points. Anyway, this has been the Firebird week in review for Cindershadow's channel. I hope you guys like this thing because I want to try and make it a little bit more often. Once things settle down with work, maybe I can do a little bit more. Actually sit there and comment to your comments if there's comments that need to be responded to in a video. And if there's anyone that wants to donate during the videos, I can highlight them here. So I gotta say thank you, James P, for the $2 donation on the Magic the Gathering video, which I made as a joke and a knock at Talarian's Can I Have a Dollar video. I also have to say, Extra Life is a big deal around this channel. If you guys can donate, there is a link down for Extra Life. That money goes towards the Children's Hospital here in Edmonton, the Stollery Hospital. They are looking to build a brand new facility within the next 10 years, and that stuff they haven't broken ground on it. That's all in the works, but we do raise funds for them. We have raised on this channel over $10,000 in the 3 years that we have done it, so muchly appreciated. I'd like to keep that ball rolling. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys like this new sort of thing that I'm going to try and do weekly. Maybe we can turn it into something. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.